All right, let's dive into some of the most important little words in the entire English language. We call them helping verbs, and trust me, they are the secret key to building tenses, showing time, and just making your sentences sound, well, right. Stick with me for just a few minutes, and I promise you are going to get the hang of them. Okay, take a look at this sentence on your screen. They playing football yesterday. You can probably figure out what it means, but it just sounds off, doesn't it? That's because something really important is missing. This is such a common mistake, but don't worry. Today, we're going to fix it for good. So, what's missing? It's something called a helping verb. The best way to think about it is like a sidekick to the main action word. You know, the main verb, the action word, it gets all the attention, but without its helper, the sentence can't tell you when the action is happening. It's absolutely essential. So let's start with what's happening right now, in this very moment. How do we talk about that? Well, that's where our first group of helpers comes in. Is, am, and are. And the formula? It's actually super simple. You start with your subject, that's who or what is doing the action. Then you just pop in the correct helping verb, is, am, or are. And finally, you add ing to your main verb. Let's see it in action. So I always goes with am. I am studying English. Easy enough. A single subject like she or he gets is. She is reading a book. And if you have a plural subject like they or we, you use are. They are playing football. See that pattern? It's a nice, clean rule. And this right here, this perfectly shows that mistake we talked about. Without is, the sentence, she reading a book, is incomplete. It's just kind of floating in time. But that one tiny word is locks the action into the present moment. So, what's the big takeaway? Don't forget your helping verb. Okay, so we've got the present handled. Now let's rewind a bit and jump into the past. If you want to talk about actions that were in progress at a specific time in the past, we need two new helpers, was and were. And guess what? The structure here is almost exactly the same as what we just learned. You've got your subject, then you add the past helping verb, was or were, and then, you guessed it, your main verb with ing. The only thing that's really changed is the helping verb itself, which is what cleverly pushes the whole sentence back in time. The rule for choosing is just as simple. You're going to use was for singular subjects like I, he, she, and it. For example, she was cooking dinner. And you use were for the plural subjects like we, you, and they, as in they were talking about the movie. Now, this right here shows a very, very common mix-up. Because they is plural, it absolutely has to be paired with were. Saying they was playing is incorrect. The right way, they were playing, makes it perfectly clear we're talking about more than one person. Okay, let's get to our final set of helpers, have, has, and had. Now, these are really cool because they create what we call the perfect tenses, which, well, they connect different points in time. Think about it. There's a big difference between I lost my keys, which just happened in the past, and I have lost my keys. That have adds a whole new layer. It means they were lost in the past, and yep, they are still lost right now. So, to talk about something from the past that's still relevant now, we use the present perfect. The structure is subject, then have or has, and then something a little different, the past participle. What's a past participle? It's just the verb form you use after have. A lot of the time it's easy. It just ends in ed, like finished. But for those tricky irregular verbs, it can be different, like gone instead of went or eaten instead of ate. And here's the key difference you need to remember. Have is for I, you, we, and they. Has is for he, she, and it. So, she have gone is a no-go. It has to be she has gone. It's a tiny change, but it makes a huge difference in sounding natural. And finally, we have the past perfect, which uses had. This tense is awesome for telling stories. You use it to describe an action that was finished before another action in the past. And you know the best part? Had works with every single subject, singular or plural. It's probably the easiest one of the bunch. Okay, now this is a really crucial point. You have got to use the past participle, not the simple past tense. The simple past of go is went, right? But the past participle is gone. So you have to say they had gone, never they had went. Getting this little detail right will really make your English sound sharp. Phew. Okay, let's just take a quick second and review all of that. This table really sums it all up nicely. You've got the present continuous with is, am, are for what's happening now, past continuous with was, were for actions that were happening, present perfect with has, have to connect the past to now, and the past perfect with had for a past action that happened before another one. All right, so you've seen the rules, you've seen the examples, now it's your turn. It's time to put that new knowledge to the test. Let's do a couple of quick practice questions. You ready? Okay, here's our first one. Look familiar? They blank playing football yesterday. The big clues here are they, which is plural, and yesterday, which is in the past. So what helping verb do we need here? Take a second. If you said were, you are absolutely right. They were playing football yesterday. Fantastic. Plural subject, past action. You got it. Let's try one more. I blank seen that movie already. Okay, so the action, seeing the movie, happened in the past, but it's relevant to the conversation right now. The subject is I. What's that missing word? The answer is have. I have seen that movie already. You're linking a past experience to your present knowledge. Excellent job. You are really starting to get this. So how do you make all this feel totally natural? First, and this is the big one, always remember your helping verbs. They're not optional. Second, really listen to how native speakers use them when you're watching movies or listening to music. Third, practice saying these sentences out loud. It really helps your brain lock it in. And finally, just get into the habit of double-checking your verb forms. Seriously, great job today. You have just unlocked a massive piece of the English grammar puzzle. These small helping verbs are like the engine that makes clear communication happen. So, my question for you is this. What new sentence are you going to build first?